It's like we said it. Welcome back, everybody. A quick, what should we say, off-the-cuff video.
Yeah.
We've got a 19. We've got a new car. It's a 2004 Opel Vauxhall Astra. Now I can't say this right. Bertone.
Yeah.
A Bertone. So as you can see, nice convertible. So it's Sam's new car, and it's got a grumbling wheel bearing. So we went to the shop today and we bought one, and we're going to attempt to fit it. We only decided doing this about an hour ago, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, we'll take you along for the ride. The Manta video is still going, but as you can see, it's cold, it's dark. We can't get the gearbox out of the Manta at the minute. It's absolutely freezing, hence the hat and the big jumper to get it going. So we're gonna. Oh, he's got what he needed. We was talking tools earlier on. So yeah, so the Manta video is on hold, but we are gonna keep updating it, cleaning videos and all that sort of stuff. But bearing in mind it's absolutely freezing outside, and we're working in a garage with no electricity. We've just got a light and our own lights. So yeah.
You know, if we could have got the Manta over here, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? But
yeah, unfortunately, there's no engine in it. Well, we could do, I suppose, but no, probably more of a video getting it over here than actually doing it. So yeah, we're going to get the car up, we'll jack it up, set time lapse going, we'll show you what we're going to do, how we're doing it, and hopefully it should only take about an hour, but the video won't be an hour long anyway. So. Okay, so we took the wheel off. As you can see, front discs, calipers, ABS sensor there. Plan is
hub nut first,
yeah,
followed by the brake caliper, which we'll take off. That's just two like caps in there. Anyway, the whole thing slides off and then pulls off. We'll hang that out of the way. Then we're going to have to take the ball joint off the bottom of the wishbone.
there we go, yeah.
Which is just there.
Yeah.
So we'll pull that out of the way, and then that should. Well, then we can get the brake disc off as well.
Yeah.
And that'll give us room we need to get in and get the hub out.
So there you go.
Yep.
Hopefully.
It should be straightforward, but you know,
It should be.
these things don't go on.
There you go, look. Nice. So we've got a brand new wheel hub anyway, which comes with a bearing inside it. That's the reason, I don't know if I mentioned it, but that's the reason we're changing it. It sounded horrific, so it's probably the best thing to actually change it.
Yeah.
So yeah, while Sam attempts to get this out, I'll switch this to time lapse and we'll be good to go. We've taken the calipers off. Next thing will be the disc. So Sam's just cleaning off. It's a little 4mm Allen key. So Sam's just going to clean that off now. As you can see, we've hung the caliper out of the way. We didn't have a bunch of cords, so we've used a bit of cloth. We've tied it to the coil, so it's out of the way. It's not going to stress on any of the brake lines anyway, so we should be good. So we're just going to undo this. Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Yeah, I know, but it's moving. Oh, it's coming out.
Hey!
Ideal.
Happy days. WD that, wasn't it?
This is only a little locator anyway, so
Yeah.
yeah, magic WD.
Happy days. So we'll film the disc coming off and he should be able to see the hub, he says.
Might want a little tap actually.
Tap tap.
Have we got it this way?
He's running! He's running!
Horrible.
Horrible weather, innit?
I've got a Virgin hammer.
Oh, nice.
Check it out.
Variable speed air-cooled mechanical adjuster.
That's horrible.
Got the stag outside in the poor cold, bless him. So yeah, hopefully this should work. Just giving it a bit of a gentle persuasion.
Yeah.
It is going, you can see stuff going on. Oh, right, it's just a rust.
Yeah. It will go, it'll just
Just take a bit of time. Alright, so with a little bit of persuasion, as you can see, it's come off. Does it? Apparently this comes off without having to take the caliper housing off. But looking at that...
Well, it did enough. Oh, that's so early.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so close. No, that housing's going to come off.
Right, so...
Never mind.
Plan B, get the housing off. Alright, so... Nice, that's off. And then hopefully this should just come off from my hand. Fell off from my hand, Chief.
Oh, there we go.
Right, so brake disc, put it somewhere safe so we don't damage it. I'll just plonk it down the side here. I don't want to damage it, so that's good there. So we've got to the main hooks of it now, as you can see.
That is what we're changing.
Yeah. We've got a new bit.
Old rumbly.
New bit. So we've got a new bit here. Let's have a go. Oh, one hand filming, eh? One hand filming. Ah, there we go, beautiful. So, I'll get it out, I won't take it out of its bag, but nice new shiny bit. Whoa, nice new shiny bits. All dirty, horrible bits. So, what's next then?
Right, so we've got a pinch bolt on this bottom bit here.
Yeah.
There
There we go.
Just there.
Yeah.
That's got a nut on the other side of it. And we take that out, drop the wishbone arm.
Yeah.
So that's free. And I think we've either got 3 or 4. Oh, obviously, we've disconnected the ABS cable there.
Yeah.
I think we've got 3 on there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they're E18s.
Oh yeah.
It's funny shaped headed.
Oh yeah, I see the one.
Jiggamies.
Yeah. Get them off. Out with the old.
In with new.
In with new.
Now, if you remember, we've seen someone have a right fight with these before. So that's what we've got this for.
Harry the Hammer.
Yeah, the persuader.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. So, we've got the pinch bolt out, we've dropped the ball joint on the wishbone. So, that is now free.
So now what we've got to do is get the drive shaft, the end of the drive shaft, out of the hub and just set it off to one side. It should just stay there.
Yeah.
And then we're just free to get into the hub there. So
Pretty much, yeah. It's going pretty good actually.
don't jinx it.
Oh no, too late. Right, so we'll go back to the time lapse. Yep.
We've just tapped the end of the shaft there to free it from the splines.
Yeah.
And then we've turned it into full lock, and with a little luck, that should just pop out.
Just like that.
Just like,
Oh, so close.
come on.
This is where I want to give you a hand. Literally centimetres few. Look, it's just sat on the edge of it. Twist that towards.
Oh, there we go. Right.
There we go. You're out.
So that should
Clear.
just pop out. It says.
It is. You are out.
Am I out?
Centimetres few.
Come on.
I want to help, but I've got a camera in my hand. There we go.
There we are. Right, we're out.
Oh, missed it. I missed
So-
the best bit. I was too busy filming myself.
I can just carefully rest that on there now. Make sure it's out the way.
Beautiful.
Right.
Then you've got your
Then
feet
what we'll do is, I think we have to come back
towards
to like quite, so we're sort of straight on. And you see these 3 here, that's what we're taking out just there. So.
yeah.
Oh, that feels disgusting.
Oh, there we go.
Like bricks.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, that's good job of changing it.
in fact, you can hear it if you put the camera into it. Listen to that. Ooh.
There you go. Beautiful.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's
It was honking, wasn't it? You could tell as soon as you were driving in the car. It
a
was.
real like loud whine, like a.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not doing that again as well. Bolts out.
Bolts are out.
Yeah. So there's nothing holding that in there now apart from rust, pretty much. So probably the best way to free it is just keep tapping it, and it should just
A little bit of gentle persuasion.
pop out.
Oh, no way. I was filming as well.
That's all right. We'll just do that.
That was amazing.
There you
Make sure you keep that orientated anyway. But. So there's the old plate out. There's
go. So that just feels horrendous. Like it's like you're driving a brick across gravel.
Nice.
You can hear it.
Yeah. We've when we did it before, you could hear now it's out. But yeah, that's definitely gone. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Worth it. Definitely worth doing. So yeah, probably give this a bit of a clean up now.
Yeah.
Get everything, make sure we've got it. We've already side by sided it to make sure it is the right one. Good bit of advice if you get any new parts.
Before you go past the point of no return, side by side.
Yeah, always.
We might have taken this out, put the new one up, and it was completely wrong.
Good bit of advice there.
Alright.
Right, so we'll clean up and cool. So we're now in the position we're putting them back in. So we've lined up the plate, got the new bearing and that in. So Sam's just lining up the bolts, as you can see. I said it again. I've got an idiosyncrasy that I say, as you can see. So, but you're seeing it for the camera.
Yeah, you are right.
So this kit come with brand new bolts. So
Nice.
we're putting a little bit of copper crest on just so it's.
Nice little kit actually, wasn't it?
Yeah. Would you recommend Loctite on this? Would it do it any harm if you did?
The old bolts didn't.
No.
It's not gonna do any harm. But
Just a suggestion, really, if someone in the comments asks if anyone does.
we're going with copper crest because if we have to do another one at some stage, I actually want to get it done.
Yeah.
And they're going to be tight, and
Yeah.
the chance of it coming undone are negligible.
So just get this last one in, and then we'll tighten it up. And then this kit, like I said, the kit comes nice with a new split pin, new main bolt, beautiful, and a cap. So yeah. Cool. So we've connected all back up now. These are all tight, lovely and doubly tight.
Yeah.
We've just slid this in. We had to, unfortunately, we didn't film it. We had to get a bit of wiggling on it. It should come up on the time lapse on the GoPro. Anyway, but yeah. So with a bit of fettling, we managed to get it in. Now we've got to sort of align the wishbone and
I think we're going to come back to a
straight.
straight sort of position there.
Yeah. Hopefully, but that was surprisingly easy.
Yeah, wasn't
actually.
too bad, yeah.
Don't forget the washer.
Washer, yeah.
Washer.
Where is that washer?
I've got it in a safe place. Oh, and while we're in,
Oh yeah. Bad boy up.
ABS sensor in. We don't want ABS lights on.
Nope.
Just do things like this. If you try and if you can remember as best you can, film it, take pictures of it, or
Yeah.
do it in stages. So when you take it apart,
It is handy.
yeah. So we'll try and straighten this up now and get what I think is going to be the hardest bit actually. But
We'll see.
it's been good to us so far, hasn't it?
Yeah. It's not been that bad.
You remember I said about 10 seconds ago that it was going to be the hardest bit? Well, we turned the steering and it popped straight in like you wouldn't believe. So that's me told, isn't it? So yeah. So all we've got to do now is replace the pinch bolt, washers, main bits, stick the wheel back on really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Make sure we don't miss anything and
Yeah.
be really
Clean up, make sure we do that before we do that. Get the brake pads back on, but we'll show you anyway as we go through.
So pinch bolt next.
Yeah, and then
Get
disc,
that in.
isn't it?
Yeah, disc.
Caliper. All that. All that.
Yep.
All that. Nice and shiny. It's like Sam was saying a couple of minutes ago, there's nothing nicer than putting a nice new shiny bit on a car. It's satisfying, I think. It's like we said It's like we said in other videos, don't be afraid of your cars. So just enjoy it. Maybe that's just us being sad. Just a quick update then. We've got the pinch bolt back in now, as you can see. That's in and that's tightened up. And we've now got the... I've said it again. Cheers, Sam. So, and we've got the Allen key in for the disc brake, the disc as well. So everything's all good. So this next thing will be to put the caliper back on our caliper housing,
Yeah.
brake pads back in, wheel on. Jobs are good, isn't it?
Aye.
Cool, so that's the caliper and brake pads all reattached, so we're just going to tighten up in there and it should just get in nicely. Just need to probably adjust ever so slightly.
Hopefully that's going in.
Yeah, it should bite. And then once that's tightened up, put the caps back on. And then we've got the spring here, which fits on there, which retains in this side of it, so it's not held in by bolts. I'll get it in a minute. So yeah, last bit now, just sort of tying up the split pin to get that in so it holds it in place. That hub nut shouldn't be mega tight anyway. It's a split pin which actually holds it in and stops it from coming out. It shouldn't come out anyway, however. I've seen on other videos with these before that they fill them full of grease and stuff.
Yeah, so.
Nice hammer there, Tom.
I know. I'll just get that up a bit more. Being a perfectionist, but whatever. Ah! There we go.
There we go. So as you can
That's
see,
not going anywhere.
split pins in, lovely tubby. Always, always, always use a new split pin. Always, never use the old one. Never, ever, ever. So that's it. That's the job done, really.
Yep.
Just got to get the wheel back on. That's all new. ABS sensor, all the brake discs back on, calipers back on, all tight, all done. Yeah, all done. And that weather is horrific. You probably can't hear it on camera, but it's blowing a hoolie and it's weighing it down. Absolutely weighing it down. So, car's back down, wheels back on, no problems, we're all done. It's freezing, absolutely freezing. As you can see, it's raining. Apparently it's due snow tonight, but who knows? It's horrific, isn't it? So that's going to be the end of today's video anyway. That was good. It went all right, didn't it, to be fair? A couple of things through us, but yeah, that's what we do. So I don't want to film Sam getting dressed. That could be construed a bit. Yeah.
You don't want to excite people too much, do you?
No, exactly.
A bit racy.
Yeah. So that'll be the end for tonight then. So that's another job on the fly. You know, just goes to show. Yeah, all right. Admittedly, we've got access to this lift, but I mean, we've seen this done. Actually, one of our friends did it on the floor outside, basically out there, and he did it in the dark, didn't he? And he did it in a couple of hours. So
yeah.
You know, don't be afraid. Just getting amongst it. You know, I think that's what a lot of people get worried about. You know, oh, it's my car, it's this. You know, but it's mechanical. You know, it can be fixed. And you know, it sounded horrific. Hopefully, we're going to take it for a test drive now. It's too dark to film for a test drive, but it's going to sound sweet, I reckon. What do you reckon? Nice and sweet? Hopefully. So yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, all that jazz. And we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully, we've got loads to do. Things to the Mustang I want to do. Nearly bought a cold air intake for it, nearly, but I didn't pull the trigger in the end. But we'll see. I want to do some plaster dipping on the 5.0 badges and the Mustang badges. We'll show you that. We're going to do some detailing on this car. We're going to clean the roof, so we'll get that in. We're going to do a mop as well on it, because it looks, on camera, it looks in pretty good nick, to be fair, but up close it's very, very, very dull.
Well, it's been sat in the field for 2 years.
Yeah.
So up until a few weeks ago, it was bright green, literally bright green.
So yeah, so we'll get that on there. We'll show you how to do it. Show you from a before and an after, and we'll actually try and get before and afters. Not promise them and then not show them, but yeah. So that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. See you later, Sam.
See ya.